Hey everybody, I'm Josh, and welcome to another episode of Just Saying. Thank you. On the show today, we're going to take a look at some scary things, cute things, and things that make you go, But before we do that, let's answer the question I ask at the beginning of every one of my shows. What is Josh drinking? And on the show today, this shall come as no surprise to anyone. I'm drinking a good old Mountain Dew, which I probably shouldn't be drinking, but I'm drinking it through a straw. And I'll explain why here in just a minute. PepsiCo, call me, email me. Grape Gatorade, Cool Blue Gatorade, Mountain Dew, even coupons. You'll want to call me after my Christmas episode. Speaking of my Christmas episode, that's right, everybody. I have not just $1 to donate, but $2 to donate. So let's put them in the donation box. Thank you very much. For those of you who don't know what's going on, for every new subscriber I get this season, I am donating $1 to Toys for Tots up to $60, which would put me at my goal of 99 subscribers. If I get 61 or more subscribers, I will donate $100, as I will have met my goal of 100 subscribers. So literally, if not for me, let's help the less fortunate have a better Christmas this year and click that subscribe button. Please. And thank you. So they always say please, and people will do it. So please. First, I have some things to apologize for. First of all, I'd like to apologize that this episode is being posted late. It should have been posted last week. And I apologize for that. As I mentioned in the last episode, I broke a tooth, and I had it worked on last Wednesday, which would have been a week ago yesterday. And I've had teeth pulled before, and I've never had a dry socket. I will come home after getting a tooth pulled and do everything you're not supposed to do to prevent a dry socket. I will do it. Never had a dry socket. This time, my appointment was early, and like 8 o'clock. And so I came home, laid back down, and I have never been in this much pain before. And keep in mind, I've had my wisdom teeth out, but they didn't have to cut them. This time, the tooth was so broken that he had to cut it into pieces with a little saw to get it out in pieces, and the root was kind of J-shaped like a fish hook, and so he had to cut into the gum next to it in order to fish hook it out. Maybe that's why I'm in so much pain, and I have a couple of stitches in my mouth. Maybe that's why. I don't know, but I have never been in this much pain before. I can't close my mouth. I can't open my mouth. This is the second day after a week that I've been able to talk for this long without it hurting. And I have no idea what's going on. None. He's called in 2 refills of pain medication for me just because it hurts so bad. And I don't know what's going on. This is the side I sleep on, so I'm not sleeping very well. I mean, I'll fall asleep on in any position, but I always wind up going over to that side, and as soon as I do, it's like a stabbing pain in my jaw. And watch, by the end of filming this episode, I won't be able to open my mouth as much because it'll hurt. So pay attention to that. Just a little fun fact. Moving along. So I apologize for that. I also would like to apologize if I babble a lot in this episode, which I'm gonna try not to, obviously, because of my mouth. But producer man's not here. And he's normally over there and will hold up a sign that says "moving along" or "wrap it up" or whatever sign he decides to use that day, to get me to wind up my off-trackness. And he's not here. Why? Because his wife had their baby. That's right. It was not a girl. It was a boy. Congratulations to them. I know the name. I can't tell you the name. It's a very unnormal name. Not like John, Josh, anything like that. But it's a very cool name. So please uh, keep them in your thoughts. And he will be back next episode. He's also the one, like, I might be short on time today. Like, have a lot of extra time. Because he's not here to yell at and poke fun at. So, like, right now, I'm almost done with my host chat, and I still have 3 minutes to fill. 3 minutes and 45 seconds. 3.5 minutes to fill. 3.5 or 4.5? Oh my gosh, that's 4.5 minutes. So I'm going to start talking slower. No, I should be fine. Anyway, so yeah, it was not a girl. He had a little baby boy. Well, she had a little baby boy. So he's at home with them. Congratulations. Wish you could be here. But, and I've noticed in doing my takes that I still look over there a lot. So weird. The things you don't realize you do out of habit. Anyway, speaking of Producer Man, I want to know what you guys think. So I think I'm torn about after bringing him on. How do you think the show's been since I brought him on to help me out? Is the show getting better? Is it getting worse? Do you love our banter? Do you hate our banter? Should I kick him off? Did you like it the way before? What things do you know that I've told you he's brought on board? Like, is that too far? Or the changes to segments or stuff that he's done? Do you like the changes? Email the show, let me know, comment below. And if you need to, watch an old episode. And I would say probably the episodes before season 6. And then watch a new one and just look at the difference. And then for the finale, I will give you my decision as to if I'm going to continue with him. Because I really do want to know what you guys think. I see it just in looking at my stats. I have promoted my show more than I was in the past, more recently. But I have noticed that in the last few seasons, my views have even gone up. So, still not watching for long periods of time, which is what we're going to work on. Anyway, so let me know what you think. Email the show or comment below. One last thing here before I get into the sketch. I just kind of want to give you a rundown. We only have 5 weeks of the show left. 5. Right? Yeah. 5 weeks of the no, 4. 4 weeks of the show left. And it feels like just last episode I said there were 7. Anyway, not next week, but the week after that, on October 30th, that week will be my spectacular episode. You'll finally get to see what my costume is. I'm really excited about it, though I have to change something up a little bit, and I'm hoping it works out in time. Otherwise, I don't know. I may have to switch it all up. Next, the week after that will be my 100th show. I'm really excited about that. And I will say, the other night I'd taken a pain pill, thinking it was going to knock me out, so I could maybe get some sleep. Because you're not supposed to mix my sleeping pill with your pain pills. So for the last week, I would say, maybe a couple days before, maybe about 10 days, I'd say. Because when I broke my tooth is when I kind of started having sleeping issues. Anyway, so I forgot what I was saying. So I haven't been, like I said, been sleeping well. And so I took a pain pill hoping maybe it would relax me. And because I was in pain. And they do quite the opposite. And I have heard that people who have ADHD and take something for pain that's supposed to knock you out or put you on your butt does the opposite. It gives you energy. And that's kind of how I feel, but I haven't taken these in a long time, and I forgot that, I guess. I don't know. I was expecting to start getting drowsy. Anyway, and so I got a poof of a bunch of energy and planned out the rest of the season of shows. And normally when I plan out a season or an episode, every episode I have a paper that I fill out, and it's got like the intro, the closing, and then my 3 segments for the show, what they're going to be, what I need for them, what I've done for them, blah, 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 blah. Just kind of an organization thing for me. And there's 5 segments, including my monologue and my goodbye. There's 5 segments, so there's 3 in between. This episode, the 100th episode, is 7 segments. Just so you know. I was writing out the planner, and I was like, okay, well, we'll do these segments. And then I thought, well, it's my 100th episode. I want to make it a little bit bigger, you know, and do some of my favorite segments throughout my series. And was like, oh, I need to throw this one in. Oh, I need to throw this one in. By the end, when I was done, I had a full 2 pages, like 10 segments. And I was like, I can't do a 2-hour show. So I narrowed it back, and it's only going to be 7 segments. So it's going to be a lot longer than a normal show. But it'll be a little bit longer. Because one of my segments, I'm just going to talk for, and you know me when I start talking. Anyway, and then the week after that will be the finale for the season. And then I'm going to take a couple of weeks off, hopefully. And then we'll be back for the Christmas episode on December 11th. And then I'll be gone and then we'll be gone for a while then. But just a reminder, we are going to do 15 episodes again next season. So I will have all of those dates, the promotion dates, or the premiere dates, and stuff like that. I'll have that all for you by the finale. So why? Because I haven't done it yet. And I probably won't do it till then, because I have 4 other shows to write. Anyway, so that's just a little heads up as to what's going on for the rest of the season. Where are we on time? Okay, we're good on time. Now I can start my sketch. So while I was in a lot of pain last week, I didn't get a lot done for the show. I couldn't talk. It hurt to open my mouth, close my mouth, sit at my desk, stand at my desk, lay down. It hurt doing everything. And one thing I really got behind on is checking my inbox. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to open my inbox right now and look at some viewer emails. If you have a question you'd like to submit and have me answer on the show, please email me. Or if you think there's something funny I need to take a look at, email the show. I'll post it at the end of the show like I always do. Email number 1 is from Robert. If I were on an island alone, stranded alone, what item would I take? Or would I want? Want or take? Because if I were stranded, I didn't know I was going to be alone. So I would say want. I would want something to keep me busy. I know that sounds stupid, but because, hello, I'm on an island, I'll find something to do. But I can't do the same thing all the time. Even though I like rituals and patterns and a routine, my activity time, I do whatever I want, if that makes sense. And I would just, like, maybe a deck of cards, or I would like to say my phone, but if I were stranded on a deserted island, I doubt that I'm doubting I don't have cell service, or I'm doubting that I would have cell service. Therefore, I couldn't even play any of the games on my phone, and once it died, it was just going to be a paperweight. So I don't know. I would want something to keep me busy, but what it would be, I don't know. It would have to be something that I can get, not just do the same thing. Like, deck of cards, there's millions of games of cards, like card games I can play. You know what I mean? Like, not the same game every time. Next question is, email number 2 is from Steven. What was your favorite past job? While I would like to say that being an EMT was my favorite job, I would have to say teaching EMS was my favorite job. It was a lot of fun. I had a real passion for it. I loved doing it. It was an adrenaline rush. I lived and breathed to do that job. And being able to talk to somebody about my passion and educate them and seeing their fire begin for that passion, that the same passion that you have, is awesome. I guess maybe that's why at first growing up I wanted to be a teacher, just because I want to pass on my knowledge. Nothing I got up here you guys want to know, trust me. Producer man keeps throwing out my idea of doing my random things Josh knows segment. He doesn't like it. Anyway. Email number 3 is from Joel. Whatever happened to the spin-off show? Well, I announced the show, and then she announced she got knocked up. And then we got into our busy season. She had the kid. She's just now starting to slowly come back to work, and of course has 2 kids. And it's just not something I brought up to her since. I don't know if Jenny will have the time anymore to do that kind of a show. Because obviously now she's got 2 kids. And no, Jenny is not Producer Man's wife, for the record. Anyway, so I don't know if it's something I'm gonna look at continuing with her and just waiting until she's ready, or looking for someone else. But it is something I'm still interested in. I just don't know what direction I want to go in yet. Email number 4. From Hayden? What is my favorite food? Something like. Are you talking like genre of food? Is that how you say it? How do you say it? It's not genre of food. Anyway, I would have to say, because I like a lot of stuff. I've never had like Indian food or Chinese food or like I'm a big person about smell. And every time someone around me has ordered Chinese food, I don't like the smell of it. And I don't know what it is. And then, so I kind of like more comfort food. But I live alone. And so sometimes I just don't feel like cooking and I'll throw a pizza in the oven, which is why I've gotten fat. But I know that I need to start, I'm 40 now. I need to start eating healthier, and I'm going to. I just don't like to cook because it's just me. And I don't know if anyone out there agrees with what I'm about to say, but if you microwave leftovers, it loses some of the original flavor. Sometimes it's still good, but it's not the same as fresh. And so I don't like leftovers. And I'm not like going to eat an entire I'm not going to eat an entire pound of ground beef when I make tacos. You know what I mean? Like I'm in a perfect position to make a bunch of stuff and have then like once a week and have it ready, but no, I don't do things like that. Email number 5 is from Producer Man. He says, I will be back next episode. Baby and wife are doing well. Remember that I'm always there even when I'm not. That's kind of creepy. It's my house. Anyway, thank you for submitting those emails. If you have a question you'd like to submit or something funny I should look at, email the show. I will post it at the end of the show like I always do. But don't worry, the fun starts now with another cheesy monologue. That's right. In honor of our 100th episode that is upcoming, I thought it would be fun to take a look back at some of my previous jokes throughout my series. So without further ado, while outdated, all the jokes will have something to do with any topic. Hold on tight. Here we go. Okay. A recent study has found that women who carry a little extra weight live longer than men who mention it. Former White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci has a minority stake in the New York Mets. Ironically, minority stake is what Donald Trump calls barbecued ribs. It's not a northern thing, it's a douchebag thing. The TSA has issued a special packaging tips for travelers before the Thanksgiving weekend. They say not to bring food, sharp tools, or any shred of dignity. Old Dominion University excitedly announced that the engineering department has hired their first black dean. Good news for them. In related news, they've also hired their first white Jamarcus. The only part of Halloween I do like is that it's the only time of the day when I hear boo and I know someone's not necessarily talking about my show. Americans are expected to spend more than $2 billion on Halloween candy this year. Those Americans are Honey Boo Boo and Mama June, who don't talk anymore. It's time now for it should have been my joke of the week. Joke of the week. According to a new survey, almost a third of people say their coworkers spend more time talking about politics than business. Thank God that's not the case where I work, said Mike Pence. A new report says that Americans' fast food restaurants are seeking alternatives to the term fast food. So far, the leading choices are fast crafted, fine casual, or trust us, it's meat. Honesty in advertising. A new report says that I just read that one. An Italian historian, let's try that one more time. An Italian art historian is claiming that the Mona Lisa is actually a portrait of Leonardo da Vinci's male lover. Experts say that would explain the painting's original title, the Mona Larry. And finally, some American cities go all out for St. Patrick's Day. In Chicago, they paint the river green. In Boston, everyone wears green. And in Colorado, everyone smokes green. Kind of ruined that joke. But it's okay, because I'm going to make it up right now in a really cute segment where we take a look at some what the pet costumes in this week's edition of Possibly Adorable. Now, I clearly, if I'm carrying even a book bag, I know that there's something on my back. And there's nothing I can do about it. A poor dog has no choice. Could you imagine being this dog? Look at the terrified look on the dog's face. That is sad. Here's the next one, and this one really makes me want to say, what the were you thinking? And how in the hell did you get your dog to dress up like this? Although I have to say that dog's face is really cute with that wig. I think it's a mermaid, I can't tell. Because I'm colorblind. So I really don't see a blend in there. Anyway, this next one, either the dog is a really great model and knows how to work the camera, or she's just really good at promoting this sexy female student dog costume. Work it, girl. Mm-hmm. This next one, I feel bad for the dog. Because not only is this dog scared because something is on its head, but it's something on its head that's scary. I'm sorry, if I saw those things out of my peripheral vision, it would freak me out. And I am not a dog. Here's the next one. I have to say this one's kind of cute. The cutest thing about it is the little dog's face poking out. He's a banana split! Isn't that hilarious? Here's the next one. What in the hell? Like, this to me is torture on an animal. Getting your dog to dress up, not getting your dog to, but making your dog dress up as a turkey. Really? I hope it's not turkey hunting season. Try explaining that one to your kids. Guys, I'm sorry, but Rex was killed. I dressed him up as a turkey and went out in the wild and in the woods, and someone thought he was a turkey because I dressed him up as a turkey. Here's the next one. I would like to have watched them put this on the dog. It just looks really confusing to put on. Here's the next one. Now, this poor damn dog. My dog likes to eat my food. Could you imagine, as a dog, eating human food and then being dressed up as human food? Like, it gives you a whole new reason to chase your tail, because you're chasing your noodle. Damn, if I could chase my noodle. I'm kidding. Here's the next one. This poor thing. This poor thing. Like, having that chest around you. That... And finally, talk about a 3D pictures on your phones, which I have to say, Facebook, they creep me the hell out. I don't know why. I don't want to scroll down and have the picture moving as I scroll. No. I'm sorry, it creeps me out. But this gives new meaning to the term 3D picture, especially if your dog is your home picture on your phone. While cute, I do think that is torture. Anywho, moving right along. So right now we're going to take a look at the scary things. The scary things you can see online for sale in this week's edition of The Marketplace. Now, who doesn't have a dollhouse? And in your dollhouse, have little pretend things of soda. Now, who cares about their dollhouse so much that they want to actually buy fake 2-liter bottles with Halloween names on? Like, are you decorating your dollhouse? If you are, you have way too much time on your hands. Here's the next one. I'm assuming the picture on the box is what it's supposed to look like, because it's not at all what it looks like. Here's the next one. I don't understand why these clocks are funny. It just makes me groan in pain every time I see a clock that looks like this. Here's the next one. Now, what child doesn't want to wear this on their head? Like, really? Here's your Halloween costume, honey, this year. It's just a burger for you to wear on your head. Now, for you and your dollhouse, who doesn't want to collect voodoo stuff for your voodoo room in your dollhouse? Here's the next one. I know that this is a skeleton, and I know that skeletons are supposed to be scary. However, I don't understand why a Hawaiian skeleton would be scary. Here's the next one. This is actually kind of cool. Kind of creepy because of the size of the human that the alien is holding. But it's kind of funny. Very clever. I love looking at people that have that big dinosaur thing where the top of it's air and you're running around. I love watching those videos. Anyway, here's the next one. Who does not want to be an official Bigfoot research team member? Apparently, all you need to do is buy that item, and you are in the gang. I have no idea what this is. I don't want to know what it is. It looks like a pile of poo. And finally, try explaining this chandelier to your loved ones. Now, one thing that I know is scary, even though I'm an angel and I never do anything wrong, one thing that I know is scary is when you're with the police. Like, even driving, and I know, like, I always go the same speed limit. I go 7 over. Because I kind of know that they won't pull you over 9 times out of 10 unless you're going over 8 miles an hour over. Anyway. Little random knowledge. So I go like 7 over, but you know, I still slow down when I see a cop, and I still like keep checking my rearview mirror to make sure they didn't pull out after I passed them. You know, it still freaks me out. So I thought I would help you because dealing with the police is scary. I thought I would help you in learning some random state laws that you should know. That's right, it's time for the state law edition of The 10. You'll have to excuse me, I just dropped down and minimized the wrong script. Anyway, here we go. These I got from the same website. I forgot what the website is, so I can't say it right now, but I will put it in the description. I will put a link in the description below. So without further ado, 10 random state laws that you should know. Number 10. In Alaska, it is illegal to give an alcoholic beverage to a moose. What if their nickname is Moose? Number 9. In Arkansas, it is illegal to walk your cow after 2 p.m. on Sundays. I'm sorry, 1 p.m. 1 p.m. on Sundays. No more walking your cow, it's family day. Even if the cow is your family, leave your wife at home. Number 8, in Florida, see, producer man would have stopped me from saying that joke. In Florida, women are not allowed to fall asleep in a salon. Probably because in salons in Florida, it's all old women and they just want to make sure you're not dead. Just a theory, I don't know. Number 7, in Indiana, men cannot have a mustache if, and I quote the website, which again I will put in the link in the description below, are, quote, prone to kissing other humans, end quote. Who gets to determine if you are prone to kissing other humans? Like, if you're married and you kiss your wife, obviously, every day, are you prone to kissing other humans? And your children? Like, you cannot have a mustache because of that? Not that I care. I don't like facial hair on me, but it looks good on some people. Number 6. In Kentucky, it is illegal to take your reptile to church. So even though Pet Blessing Day is coming up, your snake will not get blessed. Even though Satan was supposedly a snake, you cannot bring them. Maybe that's why. Who knows? Number 5. In Maine, it is illegal to dance without a permit. What are dance clubs like then? Like everybody just standing around? Are you a cop? No? Okay. Like, seriously. You with the law? No. You want to dance? Yeah. You're under arrest! Number 4. In Minnesota, and I think this includes men, all pigs shall remain ungreased. No greasing your pigs in Minnesota. Number 3, in New Hampshire, pregnant women are not allowed to commit murder, as opposed to not pregnant women who are not allowed to commit murder, as opposed to everyone else in the world who is not allowed to commit murder. Are pregnant women more psychotic? Maybe it's a good thing I don't date women to impregnate them. Number 2, in Oklahoma, it is illegal, and I'd like to be the one to decide whether someone is breaking this law. It is illegal to be a busybody and eavesdrop in Oklahoma. Now we know why there's no series of Real Housewives there. Because that's all they do. And the number 1 stupidest law I found on the website that I will put a description in the link below is, in Utah, it is illegal to launch your missile at a bus. You can launch your missiles at everything else but a bus. Anyway. Well, that will do it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. Obviously, it was a little different without Producer Man. But let me know once again what you think about his help with the show. If there's something funny you think I should see and share on the show, be sure to send it to me. There is the show email address. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter with your hashtag SmilePowerChallengeStories, as well as on TikTok for exclusive behind-the-scenes look, new Taser Versus videos, and some exclusive TikTok content. So without further ado, one more thing, if you guys don't mind. Please like, comment, and get the notifications anytime I post a new episode, which is basically every week. I just don't have an official date yet. Also, click subscribe. I'm not going to say my whole spiel again, but help me help the less fortunate have a better Christmas this year. Please be sure to join me next week for another hilarious rendition of a spooktacular lead up, I guess. It's going to be a good episode. But without further ado, please stay healthy, stay safe, stop the hate. Mama, I love you. And until next week, everybody, that's all I'm saying.